Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to another stream. We're here on Breakfastcraft's Skyblock Rustic Waters server. I've been wandering around in my base for probably almost an hour now. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to work on, what kind of progress I want to make. There are a few things, of course, that need to be done. Specifically having to do with the environmental tech ore miner that we set up last time. We're not doing anything with what it's producing, so we need to set up processing for those items. And I'd like to expand, if necessary, the processing. I've just got the one pulverizer and redstone furnace running all of my ores. Concern I have is that right now everything gets put in our storage door system up here, and I'm starting to wrap around the corner here, which I guess is okay, but this is in the way. I really hate to tear stuff down and not put it back up, just for what if I need something, you know? I don't want to have to put it back up later. So I'm having a challenge here where I don't know where to put the other things that we're getting. First one being iridium here. Where are we going to put this stuff? And I have two options. I can either relocate some of the storage drawer system and, you know, compensate for needing more space. Or I could start filling up somewhere else. And I'm really leaning towards putting this stuff in the AE system instead of in storage drawers. But I'm not 100% sure about that. That's kind of, I'm waffling quite a bit. Any ingots I would like to put into compacting drawers and, you know, like the redstone and whatnot. So there's just a lot of things for me to figure out. And we're getting into the tier of tech stuff that I usually just left for Edward to do. So it feels a little complex for me, or just something I've never faced before. So it's just different. Hello, Darkwing. Good morning. So I'm not sure what to do. I do have still a touch of a cough, but I don't have a cold. So I have just kind of a scratchy throat. So that's good. I'm almost better. But yeah, in any case, what do we do? What do we do about this? We've got more things than what will fill up this wall. Now, I do know that, you know, the storage drawer range is like 12 by 12 radius in any direction. So really, I could expand this. I just don't like that it's wrapping around the wall, and if we tried to move it down, I'd have to relocate all of this stuff and change a lot of things. We haven't really set up much of the applied energistic system. This is all we have right now, and it's mostly empty. The only thing I have in here, I think, are applied energistics items. So we're still using the easy storage for most of our things that are not in storage drawers. And I have bits of storage everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out, end game, I'm probably going to want to hook all of this stuff up somewhere that I'll be able to not have to run around and go, oh, I need some sand, and then I need to go up and get the grains of infinity, and then I need to go over here and do that. Yeah, I think I need to start working out what I need to put everything all together in one spot. And so I don't know, is today going to be a housekeeping sort of stream? Maybe. I think the very first thing I want to do, though, is get an ender chest down at the void ore miner that is this label, and so that it can actually just start processing some of the things that are there, and figure out from there what more storage drawers we need, and if we use storage drawers or if we decide to start sending things to another system like the Applied Energistics, which is going to require us to make some more drives most likely at some point. And that is part of our questing, is to make 16K drive parts, components. So we do have that going on. I've got almost $8,000 in the exchange machine, and we've got 22,000 in here. So we're doing great. We're doing great with money. So yeah, what do? Let's make an ender chest first, so we can at least start processing the void ore stuff. I'm considering because this stays pretty empty, so right now this is able to keep up. So I don't need to expand it because it's keeping up with demand. I won't expand it till it can't keep up with demand. There's just no point. There's no point to have 5 or 6 things processing ores unless you just can't keep up with it. So let's make an ender chest real quick. I need to find out what colors. Oh, we need to click that together. We need a chest. Oh, I have. Okay. Let's do that again. And then we're going to need a diamond. And then I need to go find out what colors that needs to be. It needs to be a white, pink. Hey, Quist. Hello. I am doing all right, recovering from a cold, but otherwise I'm doing okay. Pink. All right, let's go ahead and code it. Look at that. Somebody is using the default chest without color coding it. Uh-huh. Alright, so let's go down and swap that out. So I only have 2 things on my list today, which is why there's always a zombie down here. And there's always zombies, which tells me it's probably what we suspected last time, and that zombies are taking damage in our mob farm and they're calling for help before they die. The other thing that I have a problem with is this stopped. I need to reset it. I accidentally put a torch up here, and I think that broke the machine. I think it broke this. And oh, it says processing. So yeah, I need to get the gears to work again. So we're gonna do that while we're down here too. The pack's okay. It's not bad. But it has some flaws that make it difficult to enjoy. Quest. I've talked about it a couple of times. So this should, there we go. That should have stuff going through now. I don't know if that just means I need to take gears off. Hello? Let's try and redo this. All right. Nope. What we need to do is get this spinning first. Alright, so what we're going to do is break you off and try to get it. Remember how much problems we had with this before? Sure, I can talk about him again. The artisan tables that are used in the pack, they can't be automated, and a lot of the recipes use the artisan tables, which is fine to start to force someone to do a lot of bulk crafting, but even near mid-end game, there's no way to automate them later on when you've got far more machines. You have to continue going back to doing some bulk manual crafting, so full automation can't happen. Like, for example, in order to get Grains of Infinity, you have to you can do an automated process for that, but then in order to do, like, let's see, for example, the Omega, these things which are used in applied energistics stuff, you have the fragments that you get from farming, and in order to turn them into these shards, you have to use the chemist's workshop to turn them into shards, which this is not automatable. And so in order to do anything that is AE, you have to use it in a future tech workshop, and that's not automatable. So it does make things a challenge to continue progressing through the pack. This should spin if it's going to work, and I don't know why it's not. So what's going on? It's getting fluid because it's trying to do something. And I don't know. You should right away see it. Okay, let's try this again in case I didn't shift. Shift click each of the next pieces. Oh, there we got spinning. Yay! Oh. Let's try this again. I broke it. Okay, but I need to shift click in order to get that on there. I hate that this broke. Okay, I didn't shift click the gearbox this time. I remember that. If I do this, can I then do that? No. What is going on, man? This is so finicky. That's why I don't want to remove this. I really don't. Once I get it working, which I probably don't need it anymore now that I have the Void Ore Miner, but I prefer to keep things working. Dang it, I didn't shift click it. So much of this is just so finicky. Are you spinning? No, why aren't you spinning? Are you out of... So much frustration about it. I might give up on it. Give up on you and just not use this guy anymore. And that needs to be clicked on the mechanical core. So that's, yeah, I don't know why. Give up on you. You're done. Alright, so see all the things in here that can't be processed the way that I'm currently processing things that are coming in from this, which should be the same color. Ugh. Okay. I haven't gotten into the creative items in this pack, but I heard there's a ton of nether stars needed, which thankfully the mod pack author added a recipe that you can make nether star fragments now, so you don't have to do wither boss farming if you don't want to. But yeah, okay, so what were we doing here? This is where they're coming in. What is going on? None of this stuff can be processed in the pulverizer. This is all stuff that probably needs to get processed either in the sag mill or another method. And some of this stuff I don't use. Okay. Well, that's a start. And then I need to reprocess these things. These are secondary outputs from the pulverizer. I need to send them back into the furnace. Switch out my food. I have a bunch of this stuff that needs to get processed. I didn't want you to connect. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff in here that might help us figure out what we need to do with some of this. Black quartz, cyclic magic. Congratulations. Officially dog of the... Hey Mike, thank you for resubscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright. So yeah, as I explained, I'm feeling a little at the gosh, now what do I do part of the pack. I've like, now what do I do? Now how do I change this? Now how do I improve this? Yeah. So where do we put all this stuff? Where do we store the output? First, I need to go and we need to pull the stuff out of here that needs to get processed in other ways. So I think I'm going to need to have sorting happen before things get sent to the redstone furnace. How do people who are tech people, engineers in Minecraft do this? Do they have, you know, the ender chest for the incoming and then have all the ores and stuff get stored and then just because my thought is just to process all the ores as they come in. Is that how people do that? Is that how I want to do that? Do I want to just store all the ores and process as... No, I don't want to process as needed. I think currently my biggest issue is that I don't have all my storage in one place. I have storage everywhere. It's all over the place. You've seen people process each in its own machine. Do you mean like they process iron in one machine, redstone in another machine, or you mean just they sort the output and process in whatever machine gives them the best output? Yeah, because I think right now where I need to be headed, each ore in its own machine, that seems like overkill. Because this isn't even running constantly, so that seems a little overkill. Ilan, hello, hey, nice to see you. If I need to do more applied energistics, I think. I need to understand it more, because I've only ever done this basic for storage and a little bit of auto crafting. I haven't done a whole lot of it though, so I feel when I get to that point, I usually feel like I'd rather stare at stuff off stream and try to figure things out. But we're gonna muscle through and try to figure something out today. I have a tiny amount of storage available to me. We need to continue making storage discs. That's part of the questing. We have all of this stuff in here. We have 44,634 items in here. Where do I start? I don't want to tear down the storage drawer system, but I could, because this stuff is not being used anymore. The only thing that it's being used for is to pull ember shards and ember fragments and whatnot over to the ember refinery, which we're using very little of that power right now. So really, this whole floor is obsolete at the moment, except for that I'm storing everything up here. Yeah, so do I want to move this stuff? Do I want to just stop sending things in here and just start sending things into the AE system? I think the easiest thing would be just to start sending things to AE and start storing them there. And I can use these up as I go when needed. And after a time, I won't ever need to come back up here. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to work towards storing things in AE. We need to fix our processing so that I need to figure out how to do that, because things are not next to each other. So I probably need to move the sag mill. I probably can. I haven't made a storage bus or any cables. But I probably can. I'm mostly running into the whole pain in the butt of crafting AE stuff. So to do, yeah, I don't have, I've got only the 8 channels right now. Part of the questing will be to make a controller so that I can do the further questing, further channels. So I need to keep that in mind, that I haven't got more channels than the 8 that you get when you first start. So working towards that might be a smart goal, because then I can run, be more aware of how I've organized my channels. I don't really want to move the storage drawers. It's a nice idea, but I don't want to relocate them. But I can run a cable over there at some point. I do have a cable running under here to put a terminal here near the artisan tables, so that so that I could eventually access whatever I needed near the tables to do the manual crafting. So I can run that cable that's here out and up, or through the middle I could make a pillar. Wherever the drawer is, I can't go through here, but I could get it there to connect up there. Let's see what we have. I might just use a slave, because I have one slave right there, and I think I have another over here behind that. Yeah, but we could get a slave in wherever we needed to connect the storage bus. How hard is a storage bus to make? Not, unless the interfaces are hard to make. Steel, fused quartz, and the cores. Probably not difficult. This is any hardened glass. Or any glass. Look at that. Oh, well, that makes that a lot easier. Alright, so that would be a lot easier. Let's get a slave and make a storage bus and enough cables, and we'll run cables from wherever out there up to the storage door system, and that will be step 1. I might even have a slave in here. I do. How many AE cables do I have? 7. So I need to make more of those. The recipe for that is dang it, click the right buttons. Oh, the Fluix. God, that's such a pain in the nose to make. Alright, so Fluix is these Omega gems that have to be manually crafted in a fluid transposer with nutrient distillation. So we need to make a bunch of these Omega gems to get started, because I don't think I have a lot of Fluix. I have 12. Okay, that's kind of where this pack falls for me, is that in order to do this, you have to manually do this. This is for the shards. Let's use up all of the ones that I have in here. And look at that, we're running out of blazing pyrotheum. I need to get some more of that made, so let's do that. I must have made some dust in preparation for this a while ago. Okay, and blazing pyrotheum. We'll get some more of that going. Back over here. And we'll do the gems, which I can't remember what tools we need to do. All the trapped, yeah, all merchants. Yep. Beaker, we need you, and we need a burner. Okay. That will give us 15 gems. I'll put that over here, and I don't know how much is in here. So we need to automate that yet. I haven't automated nutrient distillation. So we'll get that going to make us some Fluix. I think pure Fluix is made in a ooh, see, that's, I don't think we can make these. No, we can't make the seeds, so this recipe is false. This is the only recipe we can do, and to make pure ones we need to do purified water into the Fluix crystal. We don't need pure ones for the cables, so that's good. But let's chuck that stuff in there, and we're working on, we need to do the quartz fiber, which is the dust and glass. Get some of that made. We probably should get some more of this going. Cause yeah. And then the fiber. And we need glass, which I've got some in here, and I've got some, we have glass being made in our cobbleworks, so there's the fiber. So then we can do some of that. That gave us 23. We need another bucket in there to get those other two done. $35. You think that'll be enough? We can certainly try. Let's get, do I have pistons crafted? I do. So let's get 2 of those. One of those needs to be sticky. And then we need to do an interface. which that needed steel, glass. We have the glass. There's the steel, and then we needed, do we have the cores? No, we need to make cores. Well, that sounds good. If 115 pack dev is nicer, I mean, there's probably not a whole lot of mods out there. So we need flux dust. Which means we need more flux crystals, which have to be manually made. Oh, we have one flux dust. I'm probably gonna need more. And then we have a logic processor in here. What is the other core need? One is nether quartz and one is certus quartz. Okay. It's actual nether quartz, not dust. Okay. We get you and you, which is, I thought I had flux dust. Oh, you know what? I used it just now. Okay. And then that should give us a interface. Yep. And so then that should be able to become a storage bus. Great. So now we have a storage bus. And we have a controller. All right. This potential, sure. Let's go out here and find out. Go out. So I'm wearing that. Yeah, I have my diving gear. Find where we can connect to the storage drawer system, which is in here. Oh, look, the slave is already exposed from the other setup. Fantastic. So, hey, I bet is that the controller? That might be even better. Yeah, that's the controller. And the cables are right over there. Boop. All right. Yay. Now to figure out the best route for me to be happy with getting it down there, I think will be this. Which mod adds a diving gear? It's called Better Diving. No problem. All right, so we are now connected to that. I can't tell if it's online because I'm seeing the fluids. So let's just hop inside real quick. I know there's a way to turn fluid vision off. Yeah, I don't know the hotkey. There we go. Check it out! We can see all our stuff that's in the storage drawers. Too bad there is no compatibility with the Easy Storage and AE, so I can't slap a storage bus on the Easy Storage system. So I actually do need to just take everything out of Easy Storage and put it in AE at some point. If I do that, I could take all this down and What might be smart, since the storage doors are over here, I wonder how far that is. I'd have to count. But if it's within the 12 radius, I could add more drawers down here with trim, and it would still count as part of feeding into the same drawer controller. And I could put more storage here of the other things that we're getting. Could move everything in, yeah, with the... Yeah, I can move stuff out of easy storage. I just don't have a use for... Right now, this is fine for... We're doing things step by step here to get our ore processing worked on. That's what we're working on. So now I don't have to move the ender chest that's pushing stuff into the storage drawer system. We can see it from Applied Energistics. Yay. So that's good. Is that really the only ingots we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 items up there? Huh. We have a lot more coming in, so I need to deal with the things coming in that don't already have drawers. And it would be nice to get a storage drawer over here to this storage bus over to this drawer controller as well, because this is my Cobbleworks. I think part of this is just having been sick. I'm a little foggy with thinking. Look at all of the things we need to process yet. And I'm already processing... Is that the same? Pink, white, white is... Pink, white, white is the one that's attached to the... Where am I getting this? Where am I sorting that stuff out? Am I doing that over... am I doing that over here? That's the white, white, pink. So where's the pink, white, white? That is getting, like, currently it's getting redstone, coal, diamonds. The fortunate things. Where is that? Is it down here? Is that it? Oh, I bet that's it. Does it have a filter then? Okay, is the filter on the extract? Okay, so how is it? There's the filter, and it's just a basic one. I bet we would need to upgrade that to the advanced for more spots. Yeah. Okay, so I see that now. There's so much better way for me to do this. It's just, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I could have streamlined this, couldn't I? Okay. Sip my coffee. Maybe moving a few things around here. So what I think I want to do is the input chest, the input from ore processing, and I'm jotting things down because I like to doodle. Ore processing. And it needs to go down a line where it has one with a filter into that chest for stuff that has to go in the sag mill. And then it needs to go into the storage drawer system. But I also need to make it so that if there's no room in the storage drawer system, what do I do? Because my storage drawer system is not very big. And I haven't decided if I'm going to move things around. I don't want to. Let's count how... This is the controller slave, but the controller is... Because that's the trash. The controller is up there too. So we'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the floor. Seven, 8, 9, 10. So we could put storage drawers like on this wall and connect it with trim. And I could have like all the metals here perhaps. And we'll move the fluids and stuff. We could relocate them over on this wall when this comes down. All this moving around. I so don't enjoy this part of the process, moving stuff around. But I think that's my only option. How do we make compacting drawers? Because I believe these are the only ones you can't buy from a merchant. Nope, they're not a problem. Especially since you can buy these from a merchant. And take the shortcuts any way you can. Alright. So, let's do that. Let's make some trim, and we'll move the metal drawers down here. Well, not any of the compacting drawers. We'll move down here. That way it'll free up space up above for ore drawers. So if we want to put things that are not compactable up there, we'll have space for that. And it'll still be visible in our AE system then. So let's see. First thing we should probably do, let's pick this anvil up. And we'll pick up the trash can and the enchanter. These things that I'm just like, let's just throw it here. This chest needs to be picked up with a moving wand. And we'll relocate you. And we can go ahead. We're going to chuck this stuff in here because I'm not using the space at the moment. All right. But if it becomes needed, it's out. So we have it. All right. And then I would like to move this. We'll leave it there for now. I'm going to start with the fluids. I'm going to start over here. And these all have power through GPS markers. So when I move them, I'll have to go find those GPS markers. We'll have to change that too. I'll make it go into a capacitor bank instead of each individual machine having a GPS marker. Save on those spaces. So step number 1, we'll pull you. This one has tectonic petroleum in it, I believe. And we'll put you here. Is that what's in there? Yep. And then the destabilized redstone is next, which I probably should just get my wrench out. And I don't think I can just wrench you. Alright. Alright. And we'll put you there. Alright. And then these are connected to tables, so we'll move those after I relocate this, which this would be a good thing to put over there probably. But we need this close to these. Alright. Let us do one of these numbers. We're gonna get a whole bunch of fragments because this is full. I accidentally left it running. Okay, so we're gonna move you. And we're gonna put you, whoops. We're gonna put you right here with the hopper on top and the chest on top of that. And we'll put the two tables on flanking on each side. Do I have ones in there? Will I lose everything when I pick this up? That will be sad. I wonder if I do the moving wand, it won't. Let's find out. Okay. You over there. I know we'll lose those stuff in the pipes, but that's a less of a loss. And we'll put, I want the similar pipes there. All right. And then this is the blazing pyrotheum. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what I just... Oh, I just picked it all up. Okay. What did I just do? Alright. And then we need to do... This is extract always active, and this is insert. So that'll fill that back up. Alright. And then we'll do the same with this. And that is my gelid cryotheum. Which, let's chug some of that in there. Okay. Great. So that's relocated. We can pick up this. And you. And we're gonna put the shulker box in here. And we're gonna put the market. Really should put that up at the farming upstairs, but yeah. And this is just for, man, I don't need that anymore. Because I am automatically crafting this stuff. Wonder if I can put this somewhere. I don't know. I don't need you. We need to relocate that. This has sap in it, so it's still necessary, but I don't really know where to put it. In case I need to make glue or something, which I'm not filling a tank with it, so maybe that's something I should do. And then this is actually for XP, and I don't know why it looks empty. But this particular one was for when we had the auto fortuning or the auto ore breaker using the block placers and block breakers that we weren't getting any XP from, so it was useless. But I wanted it down here in case I need it. I have one hooked up to my future tech table already, which is why this is full. But yeah. So we'll just put you there for now. It might be worth moving it up and having another resonant tank there at some point. So there's that. Now we have some space. I will move these in a bit. I probably should move them. This is my little workshop area, but with the 1.5 tall ones, those are always annoying. I'll figure it out. Okay, so we need to, number one, get some trim and move the metal, the compacting drawers we have up there down here first, and then we can expand. Do we have any trim? Nope. Let's make some. That is treated wood slabs. Okay. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna need. Oh, it only makes one per. All right, so how far will that get us down to there? Are we gonna take it out, or are we gonna just break through the walls? Because what I could do is just have it, well, that could get relocated for a time, but and then we could have the pipe go down right here, down to there, and it would connect pretty easily. We need more than 5. Let's make a couple more. Oh, this has to be done in a regular crafting table. Okay. And then we're gonna take this down. Let's grab the filter out. And when we pull you, we're gonna need to put the tube there. Boop. There we go. And we could even connect to that one if we wanted to. Okay. Let's break this out and put one there. We could connect it to the coal coke. Yes, a cat meowed. He squeaked. All right, so there's our access. There's our access. Let us put trim right there, and that'll connect the coal coke. That's kind of cool. And then we can, oh, dang it. We can start moving these drawers, and we're gonna try and do them in some kind of order that I want. Okay, because they won't show us what's in them, which sinks, but it won't. So, and we're gonna do, what are you? You're a copper, you're iron, and I know I ended up taking stuff out, so let's make sure we can still see copper and iron. There's iron. Okay, so where with that range was accurate. And just start relocating these. All right. Which one of these is tin? Is this tin? Yep. Tin. Lead. It's not even 11 o'clock, Hermes. And since I haven't heard anything, we need to keep in mind that there's probably a creeper back there. You can see there's something. So I need to make sure not to move these things. Just, yeah, not. Aluminum, silver. Let's do gold. Silver. Oh, and see, we're gonna have to put some trim there or drawers because there's a slave right there. The framing table is disabled in this pack, so I can't do any framed trim or framed drawers of any kind. Yep. Alright, so that's even because it's above this window, above that window. And then we can just start filling in. Make sure because I have stuff in my inventory. Let's make some more tin to fix that setup. Trim. Temporarily, unless I have drawers, but I don't know what to put in them just yet, so. Trim is cheap. And I think we need... Will 2 do it? No, 2 will not do it. We need 3. Yay, we need 3. So we'll get another one. So there's all the metals, and then we're going to have these as well. So we'll grab the coal. There, now everything's reconnected again. Yeah, the TPS is really bad. What is the C in this graph? Those of you who might know. What we've got E, which is entities, TE is tile entities, but what is C? And we have a ton of tile entities. Look at that. 14,540. What are tile entities in general terms? Oh. And of course that has been broken orphaned as well. Okay, let's make sure we still can see. Oh, we can't see it anymore because I broke all the trim. Let's go get some drawers and start filling in those spots. Money. How much are they? $100 a piece. And we're just gonna buy... Actually... Yeah, we'll buy single drawers. Although, let's buy a couple of those too. Alright. And we'll start filling in the gaps where things need to be connected to be seen in the system.